Are superheroes real? Many seem to have come to life on the screen in the past 2 decades and then leapt off the pages since the 60s because of Stan Lee, the man whose own superpower may have been his imagination and his creativity. He died this morning in Los Angeles. The 95-year-old created most of Marvel's heroes that are so popular today.
Excelsior!
And that was a trademark expression for the man born as Stanley Morgan Lieber, a New Yorker who served in the U.S. Army in the 40s, but then became a creative icon in the comic book industry. He created or helped create Spider-Man, Iron Man, the X-Men, also Thor, the Incredible Hulk, and the Fantastic Four, most of them imagined for the first time more than 50 years ago.
I'm pretty proud of the fact that some of the stories that I wrote so many years ago are still being read and hopefully enjoyed by the public, and people are making motion pictures based on them and television series.
Spider-Man debuted in 1962 and became Stan Lee's most successful comic book creation.
Spider-Man is my favorite because he's the most popular and he's known and loved worldwide.
In his time, Lee was a writer, then editor, then publisher of Marvel Comics. When the heroes hit the silver screen, Lee made cameos in almost every Marvel film. He also earned a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
In a million years, I never thought, that I'd get something like this.
He was the king of comics, adored worldwide, regarded as a legendary innovator with an uncanny ability to capture the imagination. And while he had plenty of adversity in his life, he was married to his wife Joan more than 60 years. Lee is known for putting fans first, and until the past year, still kept a schedule packed with personal appearances.
To me, the most important thing in the world is to keep busy, and I'm happy to say I'm lucky enough to still be busy.
Yeah, Stan Lee, known for being accessible to fans. Really, he was excited to be with the fans. This is some video of him at comic book conventions over the years. Now, as a youngster, I collected comic books, and until I turned my attention to sports in junior high, I was sure I was going to be a comic book artist. So I want to show you a poster for a comic convention in 1980 called Fringe Con in Phoenix, Arizona. I saw it advertised in a comic book, and I knew I was spending the summer with my grandparents about an hour south of Phoenix. I decided to find a way to go to the convention. So, Mary, I attended and entered an art contest there, and then when the convention was over, I received a check for 2 of the 4 pieces that I submitted and a note from Stan Lee. He had purchased these pieces of art.
Himself.
And his note said, I love the work, send me your portfolio. I was 12. I didn't even know what a portfolio was. I thought, yeah, maybe I'd do that when I got old enough. But for a kid who loved comic books and drawing and art, no bigger compliment than Stan Lee bought your drawing.
That's
pretty cool.
Huge. That's incredible. Yeah. What a talent he was.
Yeah, no kidding.
And a showman.
Absolutely a showman. Loved to create, but lots of artists that got involved in that whole thing, or Marvel Comics, and what we know of pop culture today wouldn't be the same.
Incredible.